up, YouTube? I am your host, Mediocre tutorials and reviews. Back in here with one more video. Guys, you're looking at the title of the video, you're looking at the thumbnail, you already know what time it is. It's time to get active. Shout out to the No Jumper podcast. Shout out to OT Genasis. A majority of you guys have already seen this clip. And I know that because it was flooded on my Instagram. Shout out to my Instagram as well, at Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews. Link down in the description box down below. Go and follow your boy, all right? I found this clip fascinating, all right? This clip that we're about to go over right now is about 5 or so minutes in length. The entire podcast, though, was about an hour and a half. What I find so interesting about this clip is that at the point that the clip starts is how you start to see the communication between OT Genasis and the female podcast host begin to reach an apex where the communication breaks down and emotion starts to get involved in the conversation. Now, I will say this as well. If you have the opportunity, watch the entirety. I would say watch the 30 to 45 minutes prior to when this clip starts, because then you get a better idea of how it got right here. I'll also say, you never know how the dragon is going to respond if you pull its tail too many times. All right? Let's get into the clip.
Don't tell me it's Cloud.
What? Yo, go to hell, yo. Go to hell. Talking about some damn Cloud. If I wanted Cloud, I could have got that years ago.
Damn, Bahu.
Huh?
So I'm
Never
not
mind, never mind, never mind.
I guess I'm just nobody.
Say the name.
I guess I'm not nobody.
Never mind.
Say the name. Why? If you wanted Cloud, you could have got about years ago by who?
Now, let me also call this out as well. This conversation, you can see that there's alcohol all over the table. You know, you can see the blue cups or what have you. Let me also say this as well, is that I counted at least 5 times before this where he would have been justified responding by applying pressure to the opposing forces across the table. But now is the time that he chose to apply pressure. But let's watch. This gets fascinating.
I used to work for somebody very, you know.
Oh, like who?
Let me not say respected.
Oh, Drake?
Someone known.
Oh, Drake?
No.
Oh.
Academics.
Oh. So what did you would have went to academics for Cloud?
No, if I wanted that, yeah, I could have gotten it easily, but
Okay.
it's not what I was in it for, baby boy.
Oh, okay.
All right. So what you see right here is you have OT Genasis, which is probably the biggest star, without a doubt, is the biggest star out of anybody that's in here right now. And previously in the conversation, they were taking little jabs at him and his rise and his fame and his contributions. So you see right here is she's talking about clout, and then what does he say? Well, who is it that you're talking about? She put her cards out on the table. All right, it was DJ Academics. So now, because he has that information, now he's going to reposture up on top of that. Watch what happens. And watch it. And also, too, baby boy. Okay. Now, you know, I would say different words that people use is going to be colloquial uses of those words depending upon the geography that you grow up in. But baby boy, a woman to me is saying baby boy when there's already been tension around the table is in a way to emasculate me out of my manhood. And words matter, all right, because it's different. Context matters as well, because it's not just saying baby boy and it's with your a female friend that you've known since high school and you guys are in a dope ass conversation and she hits you with the baby boy or something like that. You understand what I'm saying? But this is a baby boy that comes from a place of condescension. Watch the response.
Ain't a baby boy.
Ain't that?
Oh yeah, you're a grown man. You're
and he
33.
stands up.
Too much. I sold too much.
I don't care about that.
What did she say? I don't care about
You're
that.
not supposed to care about what I sold.
So he thought right there about getting more active and applying pressure. He decided to sit back down. Look at her facial expression when she says that she doesn't care, though. So you could tell she said it. She's taking a sip right now. But look at her face as she says it.
I sold too much.
I don't care about that.
I don't care about that. Okay. So she's already showed what it is that she's there for. And this is supposed to be an interview. This is the prime opportunity to ask OT Genasis all about his rise and fame and for an interview. But instead, this comes into a competition of wills. Let's get back in there. Ain't nothing feminine about a competition of wills and having that with a dude. All right.
I know you don't. You're not supposed to care about what I sold and what I've done. But let me tell you something. It's a superstar standing in front of y'all.
And I
I
respect
want to
you.
let you know that. Factual.
Okay.
I respect
I want to
it.
let you know that. Let me tell you something. Let me let you know something.
No, hold on. Let him.
Let me let you know something.
Talk. Just let him talk.
Hey, let me let
Just
you know something.
Let him
This
talk.
is we here.
Right.
This is
Tell
from-
us. Tell us.
You know why people like me?
Listen, I'm taking a guess. I feel like for an LA dude, like that's the universal sign that I'm about to get active, right? You take the Scully and put it down even further. You know what I'm saying? Got to pick up on the body language. That means he's about to get active. Let's go in there. He says, I'm a superstar. She pulled the DJ Academics cards. He's like, okay, Academics. Well, I'm right here. Let's go back in. All right, let's keep going.
Because you're personable.
Right?
Because you my friend.
Not just because of my personality.
Why?
But when it comes to music, I don't put out music often. But every time I did, I never miss.
That's a fact.
Right?
That is a
so,
fact.
So if
That is a
this
fact.
was Mortal Kombat, it would be flawless victory.
Oh,
You know what I'm trying to say?
I mean, we wouldn't be. I mean, but if it was.
Now, I don't know much about OT Genasis as an artist, but he's saying that, and they all seem to agree with him within the room. So he's posturing up, and to me, it's a warning shot. It's just saying, stop talking to me and disrespecting me the way at which you guys are, and at the rate and at the frequency, because they treating him like any other Joe on the street, and they all agree. He's got his partner to the side like, yeah, you did that. You know what I'm saying? But then watch where it goes right after. All right?
Let's not,
No,
let's not
that's
do that.
fine.
I'm not gonna try to play you because it would be.
Okay.
Okay,
Girl,
so
if it
cool.
was a media game, baby, you would be in the
I'm
dirt.
tryna,
Okay, don't play with her.
I'm trying to.
You saw that pause right there? You saw that pause right there? My man's on the right here said, what? Oh, this is going to a whole nother level that you guys are not prepared for. Listen, don't you ever say to anybody anything that has to do with the reference of their career or anything in a part of their life and then end that off with you would be in the dirt, especially for a dude that's been to funerals for his people, his compadres in the past, and you want to put that very illustrative example in his mind when you're talking about something about him and something that he just told you that he is creme de la creme in, and you're gonna say put it at the dirt. That's an incredible amount of disrespect. But notice the long pause. He's collecting himself. Now let's get back in there.
You guys start talking to my homie like that.
You said it'll be what?
Yeah.
Because he want to talk about music. I don't make
Who'd
music,
be in the dirt
nigga.
if it was a what game?
You'd be in dirt if it was a
what?
media game.
If it was the media game?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
Now, also too, the media game is very different than the content. The music game, right? But what you see now in 2020 is those things kind of aligning themselves into one, and now you see like music stars with Instagram accounts and they do live streams and shit like that. But it is a different game, but it's more aligned and synonyms to each other in 2021 than it ever has been before. But it is a different game. I will acknowledge that it is a different game. But let's go on to his response after she completely tried to admonish his accomplishments by moving the pylon. By taking the pylon and, yeah, you do over there in music, but in media, this my shit. You know what she's saying? She's saying, you are as dope in your music shit as I am in this media game. We know who OT Genasis is. We don't know who you are, mama. There's levels to this shit. Let's move on.
Oh.
I done got into beef with niggas and it been bitches. But at the same time, look.
Josh better come on.
Look.
Pick one more thing that you guys
Yeah.
great. It's good to
I'm ready.
But listen,
Oh, this is dope.
if it's a media game, then who?
What you mean?
Who?
Are you a media company?
Who?
Can we go toe for
asking you a
toe?
question.
Can we go toe for
I'm
toe?
asking you a question.
Can we go toe for toe?
Don't play with me.
Do you write stories?
Don't play with me.
Do you write stories?
Do you?
Do
What
you write stories?
Here's the thing. He shouldn't even acknowledge the media company shit thing at all, because now you're playing with her words. You're playing in her avenues. And guys, you got to understand, when you're having these conflicts with people, and they call you out, never feel like you have to prove yourself in their space, because you know what you know and you know what you're good at. You keep it straight in there, and I think OT Genasis should have kept it, because when he said media who and all of this stuff, it's like you're asking questions of something in her space so she can, and makes room for her to further disrespect you, right? If she has good intentions and this was a good conversation, then you can do that. But at the point that you notice contention, you stick to what you know, because you're a subject matter expert. You are good at what you know, right? So stick there. So that was a mistake. So then she'd go on and disrespected him again. Let's keep going, though.
What do you do?
I write stories.
What do you do?
I write stories.
What's that jacket?
What you mean? It's Sean
What's
John.
the shirt under you?
What you mean? It's fucking Pretty Little
What's
Thing.
the earrings that you got on?
What you mean?
What's the earrings that you got on?
I don't remember.
What's the shoes that you got on?
Oh, 'cause
respect me.
you in
Let
a-
me tell you something.
I respect you.
I'm on a whole nother level. Don't do
Okay,
that. Don't do that.
okay.
Sweetheart, this is
Okay.
not it. This is not junior high school.
Okay.
I'm in a big league.
Okay.
I'm in the big league.
No.
I'm
Look,
in a big
I'm
league.
gonna
Let me say
talk.
something.
No,
Let me
let
let you
him
know
talk.
something. Let me let you know
Let him get it off.
something.
No, let
Let
him
me
go.
let you know
Let him go.
something. I'm in a big league.
Right.
Listen, let me say.
And let me also point this out as well. So what happened there is he was saying, calling out all the stuff that she has on, and what he's saying is that he's in the big leagues, is to say all of the stuff that you wear, all of the things that you buy, like I'm in a whole nother level. So I deserve respect of what that is. Now I will also say, guys, if you end up getting drunk in situations like this, right, things can start not to make sense, right? So limit your alcohol consumption when you get into public arenas like this, especially when there's a camera on you, because you're not going to be your best at the top of your game, okay? I'm not even gonna lie. Sometimes Red Cup Talk, I got some water in there just so I can stay on top of my game. All right, let's keep going.
Right.
I'm really rich. I'm not your rich.
Right.
Or what you look at is rich.
Right. No.
I'm really rich.
Look.
You get what I'm saying?
Look,
See?
okay.
I'm in the big league.
Right.
Big league.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Don't play yourself.
No,
Not for no
I would
clout.
never play myself.
No.
What? And he's saying, don't play yourself. I'm in the big leagues. Stand down. You're interviewing me. Get the answers that was gonna make the show more popular. Like, why are you doing this? Why are you trying to be in combat with me? Like, what do you have to prove? Why are you acting like that? All right? That's his message, to stand down. But she's still at ends with him for whatever reason. She's got a problem with him for whatever reason. Let's keep going.
Not for no clout.
I would never play myself.
Not for no clout.
Hey,
You never
dude,
seen,
you're
never,
not about to
have
do
you
that.
never
Right.
in your life
You're not about
Right.
to do that.
seen a nigga disrespect me? A nigga, right? Have you?
No, never.
Have you?
Never.
He's not
Have you seen a man disrespect me? Have you?
Hell no.
Whether it's the streets or the internet,
He's
have you
talking.
seen a
No,
man
he is
disrespect
Nope,
me?
never.
Disrespect
Don't
her.
play with me.
No. Let him go.
It's a reason
No,
why.
shut up.
He's
Let it
not
go.
disrespecting her. Though.
It's a
He's
reason
talking.
why.
Why?
She's saying no, let him go also too, because she knows that this is a good media moment. Okay. Now, guys, I'm looking at his body language, the way he's got it, his hands up on the table, and the way that he's focused in on her, and what he's doing is he's applying pressure right now. Now, I will also admit this as well. I think men doing this to women is still a bad look. But like at the end of the day, if you keep poking a bear, you don't know how they're gonna respond. And if you watch the hour previous to this, they keep on poking them. They keep on poking them. And it was the one that he's currently talking to right now, but also her homegirl. They kept on poking her. So you're seeing the result of after all of this poking was happening. All right? But let's get back in there.
Because at the end of the day, Yazzie, you don't want it to be some cool shit that we laughing about, and when I leave, somebody's on your ass.
Right.
You don't want to do that.
Right.
It's not that serious.
Right.
It's not that serious. You get what I'm trying to say to you? And whoever's watching,
Ooh.
I'm the Joker.
Okay. That's what
I'm the
6ix9ine
Joker.
said. 6ix9ine
I'm
said
literally,
that
you know
too.
who the, no,
He said he the
I'm
Joker of
gonna
hip
say
hop.
with the, no, I'm gonna say with the,
Who?
no, not hip hop.
Who is it?
I'm the Joker in real life,
Right.
Who is
right?
it?
I'm a sweetheart.
You are.
Who is
I will not
it?
touch you.
Right.
Somebody else
You
will.
don't have to.
Now, what I think just happened there is he said something, right, that I think he could have worded it a lot better. But now he's saying I'm the Joker, to say is that I'm a sweetheart, but he went kind of extra there from my perspective. But what I think is what he was trying to say is that if you say something disrespectful to me, I can't control anybody that's out here on the streets, because if you disrespect me, someone's going to walk up to you at whatever supermarket that you're at, and if they recognize you after you disrespected me, I can't be held accountable for their actions. That's what I think that he was trying to say, but the way that he made it sound like, and this is, multiplied with the alcohol that he's consuming, it made it sound like he was going to touch her after the podcast has ended if the disrespect continues. Okay, but let's keep it moving.
So
You got
don't
something
do
to
that.
lose.
Don't
I
do
get
that.
it.
Don't do. So
What did I do?
So say, don't do that.
What did
I'm
I
a
do?
joke in real life.
You brought class into it. I
I'm a
never
joke-
brought
listen,
class
listen,
into
no,
it.
No. You guys get too tough.
Yeah.
I talk and I start laughing and we make jokes. You
I'ma
guys get
keep
very
it
serious.
gangster. I'ma keep
You
it
guys
gangster.
get very serious.
Y'all was playing the other
for
cards tonight.
So for the fact that you guys be very, very, very serious, I'm not going to take it serious because I know what you guys are not used to or not immune to. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But you guys don't want to be the people that when I leave here tonight and I got to walk home and I leave, whether I go to the studio or go home,
Right.
you don't want nobody following you home,
Right.
right? Would you?
Right.
Would you?
That's fair.
Would you?
That's fair.
Would you?
Okay.
I'm asking you.
No, I
I'm not
don't want
threatening
that.
you. I'm just saying. Would you?
I'm saying no.
I'm saying, would you?
I said no.
And so that's why I say that I'm the Joker in real life because you know what? I smile.
Okay.
I have nothing to be mad about. I have
Okay.
everything to be happy about.
Right.
Facts.
All right.
And I'm happy that you're happy.
But when I have a simple conversation with women,
Mm-hmm.
not bitches. When I have a
Hold
conversation,
on.
wait.
Just
When
let
I
him
have a
finish.
You're
Let
not
him
bitching.
finish.
When I have a conversation with women, and I'm like, hey, and you guys take offense to that and take it somewhere else, like
Where did I
I'm not Brett
take it?
Favre. I'm
Where
not
did
Brett
I
Favre.
offend?
I'm not Brett Favre. I'm not Brett Favre. So don't make me audible, because if I have to audible, then I will.
Right.
And don't remember, because I make this whole shit scary.
No, I
And at the
look,
end,
and I
make it
respect
scary.
it. Always
Listen,
defend yourself.
So don't. Let's not do that.
All right.
Because you guys are women.
We're all pals here.
Right.
We're all cool.
Right. But I also have women. That's homies of mine. That come
Okay.
from the neighborhood that I come from.
Okay.
Right.
That don't mind.
Okay.
I know getting a little dirty, down and dirty with it. This is documented by.
You get what I'm saying to you?
Shout out to the people.
All right, let's end it right there. It got real there towards the end. That's the reality that he lives in. But here's the thing. I wanted to call this out as well. If you look in the beginning portions of the clip, he's very jovial. He's joking a lot. And I think it's key to understand that when you go into new situations with new people, you have to understand how you're coming off when you're very... Guys, if you have a personality type that's more jovial and happy and joking, and to a degree, that's me 90% of the time because I love life and I'm happy all the goddamn time. But you have to be cognizant when you go into new spaces with people that you're not sure about their intent. And you have certain type of personalities that want to knock you off of whatever success or confidence beam that you're currently on in order to make themselves feel better about where they currently are ranked at. Too laughy, too jokey, although it may feel good to do or you feel like you're having a good time with people, the ones that are not really there for you are currently sizing you up and are taking your kindness for weakness. All right, guys, I'll leave a link down in the description box down below because this conversation concludes somewhere else. And then you also want to take a look at the clips in the beginning to see how it got here as well. Links down in the description box down below. But I had to go through this one with you guys today. You guys already know I love going over content that deals with human interaction. So we could call out things that maybe when you looked at it, you didn't see in order to understand more about ourselves in this wacky ass world that we live in. All right. Questions, comments, concerns, y'all already know what to do. Mediocre tutorials and reviews at gmail.com. Guys, hit me up. Got an Instagram as well. I got this sent to me on my Instagram. Go up there. Link down in the description box down below. Follow your boy so y'all can send me more dope content. All right? Until next time, YouTube. Peace.